Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back for the finals, and I'm wearing different clothes, and it's daytime. Well, unfortunately, I forgot to hit record when I started the finals, and Magic only recorded the last game. So, through a laborious process, which I will walk you through if you're interested, at the end of this whole thing, I found the game numbers for the other games in the finals. Because this is the finals versus Tom, and I thought that that was worth rewatching with you, and then I can watch them from a self-reviewing way that I like to do from time to time and try to learn from my mistakes or my opponent's plays or whatever. So it won't take as long as it usually takes because there won't be as much thinking or involved, but I think they're still worth wrapping up with and watching. I guess he chose to play first. I'm on the play. I wouldn't think I would keep this. I didn't. And this looks a lot more playable. He plays a plains. Keep the torch because he might have werewolves, and I don't like to show it early anyway. I'm not that type of person. Dark Thicket Wolf. And get out there, Ashmouth. Yes, Tom, afterwards I did realize he is a known Magic player of Channel Fireball, and that's why I recognize the name. His deck is pretty standard green-white travel preparations deck with some bomb activity. So here I figure it's probably better to just kill the wolf because otherwise he can pump it and I can't kill it. And I figure I'll probably get an answer to the Orchard Spirit sooner or later. We'll see if that turned out to be smart or not. Orchard Spirit bashes. And out comes Throbbing Sentry. So if I attack, he's coming back at me for 4, and I don't really have a way to deal with it. What do I think about that? I guess you... Seems like my deck has a decent amount of stuff that it wouldn't be horrible to just alchemize at that point. Because he's still gonna be... Doesn't seem like the best use of mana to only spend 2 to make that guy. Now I'm once again not attacking. Yeah, I think alchemy would have been stronger there. He again makes my guy not transform. So yeah, I don't think that was good at all. And then he plays Township. Ay. So now he's got Township and he's got the ability to pump it. So I have this crazy idea that I can double block this guy so I can make the Goliath. And I don't want his guys to die because I don't want him to get big. But then he pumps and it becomes obvious that I'm dead even if I do play this guy. So I try doing that instead. Doesn't give me anything useful. Never know, I could have... I don't know what I would have had to... Yeah, I don't think I had anything that would have saved me. So I think I should have played the alchemy sooner, but it wasn't looking like it was getting me anything anyway. Just a Ghoul Caller's Bell, even if I had played it. So I think that was a pretty rough one. Didn't draw first blood or anything, or any blood. After this game, yeah, that's when I realized it would be stupid. I side out the Ghoul Color Bell, I think, and I side in the Ghost Quarter in case of that thing. I think I sided in the Spectral Flight. So, Fascination, I know. Alright, game 2, speeding right along. I get to play first, and this looks like a very nice hand. Our opponent mulligans to 5. Surely this will be a quick game against an opponent that mulled to 5. Ha 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 ha. Let's get in there with the Mind Shrieker. Hide the Ghost Quarter to make it more likely that he plays the Township. That doesn't really bother me that much. Think twice. Yep. Can't remember why I wanted to think twice early there. Oh no, I didn't think twice. I activated his thing and put think twice in the graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have to. Okay. Now I'm in the game. Okay, so we got some value out of our pump. And he gets in there. Yep, Orchard Spirit. So I guess we pump our dude. This, I guess, is kind of dicey. I think I wanted to pump because I wanted to get a creature in there so I could summon him. I guess that beats claustrophobiaing this guy at this point. Plus, oh, I hit a Riot Devils and a Blazing Torch, so that's a decent amount of damage. I think that was a good move. Now he's going to keep the priest back to tap my dude and stop my beats. Get in there with a wolf. So let's see. He's going to tap my guy, and then I guess we probably make a huge guy, if I had to guess. Seems nice. Now here he attacks, and I think, well, he probably has the pump spell, but I don't mind him using up all his mana and 2 cards to get rid of 1 card. And he does have the pump spell. So that seems fine, although I don't know if it really was or not. At least now I have a creature in the graveyard. I can make my guy. I can also swing for a bunch of mana, for a bunch of damage. Oh, we get in there for 3, so that's, oh, we decide to do it again. I guess we're not playing the... Oh yeah, I had some sort of thought, like maybe it would be better to just get in for more damage, although, in retrospect, watching this now, I think I should have just played the Stitch Drake out. That was a little bit loose. I think just getting the Drake out earlier, even though it means I wouldn't have been able to mill myself as much or hurt him as much, would have been better. Taps my dude. So now I probably alchemize and make a Drake or something. Maybe I make a Drake and then alchemize, yeah. Oh, no, I made these guys. That's fine, I suppose. They can block him. He can die to the wicked. Kinda sad. And he has just enough mana up to tap my dude, which he previews for some reason. And taps my dude. How this 5 mana, 5 this what do you call, mold of 5 hand gets out of control. So I keep him. I guess that makes sense because I can control when he attacks, and I already have 2 creatures in the graveyard, or 3 4 whatever. It's enough creatures. But I misspent the mana because now I can't Brimstone Volley if I want to. I can Claustrophobia though. What do I do? Claustrophobia? Yeah, I decide I might, now that I've misspent the mana, I might as well make the best of it. Misplace. So, I think I wanted him to attack so I could trade, but he doesn't. He's too smart. And Doom Traveler. here. Guess we make a big dude. And get it. No. Oh. Why wouldn't I get in there? Is there some reason not to? So I might chump block this guy? Or block? That seems bizarre that I didn't swing there. I do strange things sometimes, I think. So now we have Devil's Play, and now I'm not swinging because I can pump to block him. And because the problem I perceive myself to be in is if that he can swing back, especially if he can pump this guy, then that's 4, or if he can, I don't know. If he pumps him, that's 4 with life gain. And the other guy's swing, he gets in. Or he just swings with him and then transforms into a flyer. So I'm in a sort of weird spot where I want something to die so I can do 5 damage. And I've got Dissipate open, so and now I can think twice since he didn't cast anything. Now Harvest Pyre is good because I can Harvest Pyre and then Brimstone Volley. And I can Dissipate. So I was taking it a little slow given the quality of cards in my hand because I want to do it right, although things are getting kind of out of control. So let's see what we do here. Nope. Seems like I could have... Seems like I could have just won right there. I could have blown up a dude, unless I miscounted. I could have blown up a dude and then done 5 and taken to 8 and then done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage and killed him. Oh, I'm glad I'm watching this again. It seems like some poor play. He makes that. Now I must finally do something. Blow that up. And Brimstone Volley him. Thank you. So I could have done that a turn earlier, I think, unless I miscounted the mana. Yeah. And Devil's Play. So that was a laborious, on my part, round 2. And I think there was at least one goof there. Well, let us see how it all turns out against Tom. I got a good hand. He has no 1-drops. And I've got the play. Oh, I can't move the cards. It makes me sad. That's a good one to start off with. Did I ever really... I don't remember that I ever got the chance to use this to activate a zombie. Let's see what he makes. A Orchard Spirit? Seems like a safe guess. Oh, here's where I try the Spectral Flight, for better or for worse. I do want to see this game again, because I found it interesting. So I played this Spectral... Stop. Played Spectral Flight and swung instead of holding back, because I didn't want a 2-for-1 myself. I guess I could have held back to block this guy. Or I could have just made this and swung. And then I have a flyer. It's even more powerful. Uses my mana better. And doesn't put him at weird risk. Oh wait, I didn't have a creature in the graveyard yet. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. I could have played him, that's the other thing I could have done. I like the Spectral Flight more than that dude. Uh-oh. There's a priest or some shit. So, let's see. Should I have blown up the priest at this point? I guess we swing, because he can just tap me anyway. If I had one more mana, I think I definitely would Devil's Play the priest. Instead, I make a useless Stitcher's Apprentice. And not a fan. Now, chump the Stitcher so we can get our flyer out. I should have just killed this thing, although then I would have perhaps gone to 8. Now the question is, should I swing here? If he taps him, then he's coming back at me for 8, which is horrible. This part's kind of weird. You'd think I would be doing better given how long he was on 3 lands. He does this before blockers are declared, so that I can't block him. But now he can't afford to pump the wolf, so we trade. I think I should have blown up the priest. Guess what happens at this point in the story? Yup, that's what happens. Although that's not quite as impressive as what happens next. Think twice now. Here I could have, yeah. It wouldn't have been relevant because in the end he revealed that he had a pump spell at this point, but I should have swung. He would have blocked, most likely. I didn't swing because I would have only been able to get him to 1. But I should have swung anyway because he's swinging unblockable, and if he has a pump, I've lost. So I should have swung and then blown this guy up with Devil's Play, so that he's only swinging back with that guy. Although I'd still be dead to a pump. Yeah, and then he does that, which I am very sad about. So, there's no Hysterical Blindness in my deck, so it's going to be the end of me. Blind Hysteria. Blind Foolishness, right? That game, I definitely should have used this the turn before. But yeah, I'm not sure that the Spectral Flight was something I should have put in. Probably not. If that had been the Ghoul Caller's Bell like it was designed to be, it would be finding creatures for my Stitch Drake sooner, at least, although I think the Stitch Drake was doomed. And Tom, that's how Tom took me down. It's a fascinating tale in 3 parts. It was a pretty cool deck, even if it wasn't super archetypal. It was just overpowered devil's play with some other removal and blue zombies. So thanks for watching. This has been another exciting Mackie McCandlish Innistrad draft. And as I promised, if you want to stick around, I'm going to talk briefly about the interesting process of finding these games. See, when I went to record the game, when I went to hit record, it turns out I hadn't hit record, so I only started recording late, and so all I had in my games was this last one. It didn't save the previous two, nor did it save them for Tonks. I asked him. So I looked at the game number of the game it did save, and I looked at the game numbers from the games I did record, and I looked at when they started, and I calculated the games per minute that were being played on Magic at that time. And then I looked at the game it did store and the time it happened. Magic actually records the time as being the end of the when it shows you the time in the My Games, it actually shows you the time as the go back to the real game. It shows you this time, but that's actually the end time, not the start time. So I watched the game and did the difference on the times to find out how long the game had been, so I could accurately note when the match occurred, which was 5:42, and then I looked at the time that this last match had started, so I could calculate roughly how long ago the other two games would have been, counting the time that I spent sideboarding, because I didn't sideboard after the second game, but I did after the first game. And I was able to make guesses about around what game number I would find the games. And so I was searching for this middle one at around 5:28, and I used the projected games per minute to guesstimate a range. And then in Visual Studio, where do I do this? In a program I already wrote that's for doing draft-related things. Let me slide this over here. Oh, you're the best, Windows. I just love you. I did a little for loop that let me print out game ranges that I wanted to search, and then I pasted the results of the for loop into my my games file, which is in your C users name blah 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 wizards folder. Then when I went into my games, which I think I've cleared them out now, but it would list all those games, and then I would go click, and I'd say, oh well, let's go to a real one, and it says, oh, somebody joined the game, and then I go, well, that's not me, although in this case it was, because these are my games, but I go, oh, that's not me or Tom, oh, that's not me or Tom, oh, that's not me or Tom. And I did that for quite some time while I searched through various ranges of games, and I ended up searching these various ranges, which took about an hour and a half. It was after some searching that I went back and did it more mathematically and estimated more correctly, and I was able to eventually find this game, which was game 2, when then I could look at the times of that game and kind of calculate where game 1 should be, and that one wasn't too hard to find. These were my estimates on how long I felt like the games were. This X probably should have been a little closer to here, but they were fairly accurate. So that was an interesting process. Magic, impressively enough, can handle like 1,000 games being opened at once. It did crash once, but I mean, I'm not really sure that it was worth the effort just to show you these games, but I felt like it's kind of crappy just to post the first 2 matches, and I thought it was a fun run. So I decided to see more from a just an investigative standpoint, like how hard would it be to find these games that I'd been in. Although it would be nice if Wizard would just add like a search for all games I've been in instead of this crappy, we might record the game you've been in if we feel like it, but probably won't, and we'll record the time incorrectly, which is awesome. And then when you watch them back, they say, oh, 2:17, he joined the game. Well, that's because it's 2:17 right now, not because that's what time it was when we played. So, yeah, I looked through several thousand games, and I found the games that we just watched, and we all had a good time. So thanks for watching again, and I can't wait to play more.